I'm going to try and get through this because I know sitting down for an hour on PowerPoint is really not what you want to do on Friday, okay? So, let's go. This is what we're going to cover today. How to apply, graduation ceremony, certification process, cap and gown, and all that jazz, all the, what do you call it, the swag, yeah, that you use to walk across the stage. And then, of course, cake and a non-alcoholic, as it is before 5 o'clock. Cider toast outside, over here, afterwards. Alrighty. How many of you have already applied for graduation? Raise your hand. Woo! Yeah, awesome. I will not call out those who have not. Okay. So I want you guys to know that this is very important. You have to apply to get out of here. U of H needs to know what you're planning on doing this spring semester, and if that means getting out, you need to apply. So make sure to do that before. Can everyone tell me what date?
February 21st.
February 21st. Perfect. Thank you. And graduation application fee, unfortunately, is not refundable, meaning you won't get it back. So make sure that you've got $5. That will be added to your account, like as if you were paying tuition for your MyUH account. So it's not an immediate pay, 25 when you apply, just as long as you pay it prior to the end of the semester, so that you can get your diploma. All right? No late applications are accepted after March 20th. Okay? That means that we cannot process any applications after that date. We hate for you to have to wait that long, pay extra fees. So if you can get it done before it's February 21st, that is awesome. So thank you for all of you who have already applied for graduation. You are all set. Also, you cannot withdraw your application. If you meet all requirements for getting out of here, finishing your degrees, you can't retract your application. And Ms. Sarah will go over that whenever it comes to the certification process. All right? If there are any issues when it comes to applying for graduation or finishing your degree or anything, please contact your academic advisor. Summer 2020 graduates, those who are going to be completing your degree plan in the summer, meaning you're going to be taking classes in June and July. How many of you are going to complete your degree in the summer? You don't have to raise your hand, you don't have to answer that, but if there are those that are completing your degree requirements in the summer, make sure you apply for graduation April 3rd. Okay? April 3rd is when your application opens up. Do not apply for spring 2020 because you will not complete requirements in spring 2020. You will complete it in summer 2020. So, for those who are applying for graduation in the summer, your application opens up when? April 3rd. I'm sure that you guys are here because you want to participate in the spring ceremony. If you want your name in the program, summer graduates, make sure you apply before April 10th. Okay? April 10th will be your deadline. Spring graduates, if you apply anytime after February 21st and prior to that March 20th deadline, your name will not be in the program. Got it? All of these dates and deadlines are posted on our graduation orientation website. So you don't have to memorize any of that stuff right now or anything. You can always just click on the website and it will be right there for you. Got it? Yay, awesome. Next, how to apply. You go to your MyUH account. That little icon right there when you log in, the My Access UH, MyUH Soul Service. Click on the advising icon, or tab, widget, whatever you guys call it. On the left-hand side, it will say apply for graduation. It's as simple as that. It takes 2 minutes. You make sure your name is correct and your mailing address is correct, because we want to know where you're going to send that diploma. Okay? The reason why I tell you this is because your diploma is not going to be sent out until 2 months after everything is done. And what if you move? What if you're in an apartment right now? What if you live on campus right now? You don't want to use that address to have the diploma be sent there because you're going to be there. So make sure to put a permanent mailing address, maybe parents, grandparents, or a friend that you trust, and have that diploma address be discussed and determined after the first deadline for applications. The reason being is because they need to know how many students are actually graduating for the semester. So the earlier you guys apply on time, as spring graduates, the better for them to be able to let you know, okay, which ceremonies will you be attending, okay? We promise we will have this information online through the website. We will have it sent out to you through email. We will have it posted on the Bauer TVs outside. We will make sure that you get the info because we want you to show up to the correct one. And we want you to be able to tell your family and your friends which ones to attend or watch online. Okay, the ceremony will be live streamed. So, if you are going to be ceremony 1, yes, sir, question.
All right, you might cover this in a minute, but if you're a double major, how do you decide which one to go to?
Yeah, do you know your primary major by any chance? If not, it's okay, no big deal. You just email your advisor, we'll let you know. Yeah. Yeah, no problem, no problem. It will be based off of your primary major. If you don't know what that is, no big deal. Just shoot an email to one of us and we'll find out. Okay? So first ceremony, your arrive time. Call time, 7:30 a.m. I know that is early, but you can do it. We all are going to be business people and everything. The business world opens up at 8 a.m. every day. So this is a good practice for you, right?
No, thank you.
No, I know. I don't think for me too, but it is. If you can start your day at 10 a.m., man, that's awesome. Okay, 7:30. That's when you show up. The procession will start roughly at 9. So if you don't get there in time, you will be late, and we don't want that. Okay, you will show up and check in at the Alumni Center, Athletics Alumni Center. Most of you should know where that is. Oh, I'm sorry. All of you should know where that is, okay? Does anyone not know where that is? Okay, so when you go down Cullen, all right, I'm assuming that's going to be west. So when you're going down Cullen towards the football stadium, on the right-hand side, you'll see the Fertitta Center. The building before that is the Athletics Alumni Center. It's in between the baseball field and the basketball arena. Okay? If you guys like landmarks, that's where it is. All right, so off Cullen. Everyone know where Cullen is? Yeah, great, wonderful. Commencement 2. Ceremony number 2. For those of you in this ceremony, you will be arriving at 12:30 p.m. Make sure you arrive on time. Procession will start at 2 p.m. And you're late if you're not there. Same place, Athletics Alumni Center. Same day, just different time. There are no tickets required. This is where your guests will go, the Fertitta Center. That's where the actual ceremony is going to be held. So make sure to have them go here. No tickets required, meaning you can invite as many people as you want. All your family members, all your friends. And for those who cannot make it, let them know it will be live streamed and they can watch you walk across the stage online. How cool is that? But this is where it will be at. Nice, fancy. How many of you have been there already? Great. Awesome. It's beautiful, isn't it? Make sure to let your guests know about the clear bag policy. This is very important, guys, because they will confiscate your things or your guests' things if they are not following this policy here. And that would be unfortunate. I see some wonderful people taking photos. I love it. You guys are amazing. Our students, just great. So make sure to let them know that they cannot bring anything larger than that size right there. Okay? And it will be subject to search. Okay? Also, please make sure to let them know that they cannot bring balloons or gifts that are wrapped. So have them leave them in the car or at home or something, okay?
And the same goes for you guys. You don't need to bring anything on you because whatever you bring with you, that includes your hanger, that includes coats, that includes a change of shoes. You have to carry all that stuff with you the entire ceremony. There's no place to put it. We can't watch it because we're all in the ceremony with you guys. So don't bring anything unnecessary that you guys need to hold on to.
Thank you, Amanda. Yeah, so this is the commencement ceremony flow. You guys check in. Where again?
Alumni Center.
Hooray! You will come in dressed. You don't have to actually have your cap and gown on. Just make sure you have it with you. Don't bring hangers, like Amanda said. It just is comfy. What I will say, though, is it tends to rain every semester. I would highly recommend buying a dollar poncho or something that you can easily just throw away after you've checked in and everything. Okay, so because there are times when it's pouring rain and students come in drenched and I feel so bad and then you're cold and yeah. So just be prepared for something that you just throw away. We have a question in the back. Yes? Can family bring flowers? I believe flowers are okay, as long as it's not like wrapped in anything else that they can't see. So like clear cellophane is fine. Again, student check-in, come in dressed, you'll check in at the Alumni Center, then you'll sign up by your last name. You will be given a walk card, okay? This is how the speaker knows your name. You know, whenever they call your name up on stage, that's how they use it, like the card. You take that card with you all the way up to the stage, you hand it to the guy, he says your name, and then boom, done. So you check in, you make sure your name is on there correctly, Latin honors and all that, and then you keep it with you, you use it to help you line up by last name, and then you will just give it to the guy, or I don't know who's speaking, actually, our speaker, and they will call your name using that walk card. Okay? After you line up, we lead you in to the Fertitta Center. Pomp and circumstance starts playing. You guys all show off wearing your cap and gown. No rehearsal is needed. Don't worry, guys. We will be there. We will guide you every step of the way. You look amazing. Promise. We do this every semester. We got you, okay? Any questions? I think it's time for a raffle. That's a lot of info. Yes.
Last four numbers, 6891.
Nice. Hey, you better try it. Come on down. Get on your seat. Come on. You're ready to roll. Yay.
One more?
Yeah. Do one more.
Oh, wait. More people came in?
All
All right. I should just pull the one right on top. Maybe I should do that.
What are they winning? What are they winning?
Really? Does anyone want a lunchbox?
Oh, yeah. Massive. Okay, look at all the things you can put in there. Tailgating.
So, last four numbers, 6818.
Ah, so close.
6818. You want to go up here?
Yes.
Exercises? I want some photos of you grabbing your amazing lunchbox. She's like, you're going to shade me this way.
Yay, everyone.
Thank you.
Alright, back to the ceremony. Ladies, you wear anyone that wants to wear heels, please feel free to do so. You're gonna look hot, but just be careful when you walk across that stage because there will be ramp, stairs, and all that. We don't want you slipping, so just be mindful of the heel height. Okay?
Also, walking down, you start on even level, and then when we get to the Fertitta, you have to walk a decline, and it is very steep. And then on your way back, when you're leaving, you're walking up that same hill. And people do fall. It's
Luke
carpeted.
Hines, you can do it.
You can do it, but just be careful, because if you fall, it's like a domino effect, because it's like the right person right in front of you, and it's like one after the other.
That'd be cool. Viral video.
Just for
Viral video. Do it for the gram.
Do it. Show up, you know? Anyone who is ADA compliance, please make sure that you contact Ms. Cunningham as if you're a student that needs it. So just make sure you show up with the correct cap and gown. The reason why I say this is because sometimes students are very resourceful, especially you guys, business students, really. You know how to save money, make profit. You borrow other students' cap and gown, you know, because you can, right? If it's the same one, make sure that they also have the same tassel. All right, because we don't want you walking across the stage and yours is bright pink and everyone else's is the other color. So make sure it is the correct cap and gown. All right? And please, again, limit the items that you will be bringing to the check-in because we don't want you to have to throw away things that may be valuable to you. All right.
We have a question.
Where do we get the cap and gown? Where do we order it?
Oh, you are jumping ahead of me.
My bad.
Gotcha, bro. Gotcha. All right, so again, check the website, or check the website for the up-to-date information about the ceremony. Ceremony will be live streamed. Again, do not let them bring wrapped gifts. Graduation fair. This is to answer your question: where to buy your regalia and announcements, invitations, all that wonderful stuff. Diploma frames. Yes, that is at the graduation fair, February 17th through the 19th. That is at BUH Bookstore, the bottom floor, okay, the first one. So make sure to check them out. You can actually look at all of the different items that bookstore will have for you for graduation. The cap and gown, the what else? The souls, invitations, announcements, diploma frames, everything regarding graduation, they will be there. When you order at the graduation fair, you can pick up your items sometime in April. We don't have that date yet, that hasn't been released. But they'll let you know whenever you go next week. Okay, and order your stuff. And then you'll be able to pick it up right at the bookstore. And then it'll be ready for you. This is a little snippet of a package that you can get. For those of you ordering online or actually at the bookstore, the dates after the bookstore, your deadline will be March 21st for ordering the regalia. If there are any orders placed after that, with fees, Garth Jones, yada yada, you'll make sure to choose Bachelor's in Business Administration. Everyone here will be graduating with a BBA. Okay? It will not list your major because that's not what your degree is in. Your degree is in the BBA, the Bachelor's of Business Administration. All right? So that is what you will be choosing when you go online. Yes, you have a question.
What if you take your private regalia?
If you're using your brother's regalia, so the question is, if you're using someone else's regalia, that's totally cool as long as it is an undergraduate cap and gown, and which means
like that.
that there's no like hood or anything like that. It looks like that. It looks exactly like that. Yes, question.
Yeah, can you buy separate items, like if you have the congratulations. I've been doing this a long time. I know how hard some of our students struggle to graduate. Some of you, all of you probably are working. Some of you have kids. It takes a village, right guys? So congratulations, I think you all deserve a huge round of applause. Okay, so I'm here to talk about the boring stuff. Arlene talked all about the fun ceremony, your cap and gown, the invitations, all that stuff that you're really, really looking forward to. I'm going to talk to you about how you actually get the piece of paper that says you graduated. Because that's what really matters at the end of this. The ceremony itself, to be perfectly honest, guys, it's just for show. All right, it's for you. I know. It's for you and your family to celebrate your accomplishments. But what's really important is having that piece of paper that says that you have graduated from college. So the first step in getting that is to do what? Apply for graduation. If you do not apply for graduation, you do not get the piece of paper, regardless of how many ceremonies you attend. So please make sure to do that. What's the deadline again? It's behind you. That's right. And remember that you do need to apply by that deadline for my spring graduates if you want your name in the program. When do you need to apply for my summer graduates, for summer graduation if you want your name in the program? April 10th. Yes, and it opens April 3rd. Good job, you're paying attention. Love it. Okay, so first off, let's talk about what happens after you submit that application. I have a lot of students that will tell me, well, it hasn't changed. It just says pending. It's going to show as pending, guys. It's going to show as pending all the way through the end of the semester until after your grades come in. Because we cannot certify you for graduation until that final semester of grades is in our system, and we can verify that you have indeed passed all of your classes with the appropriate grades in order to keep both your major GPA, your minor GPA, and your overall GPA above the minimum. Does anybody know what the minimum is that you need in all of those to graduate? 2.0. 2.0. It was a 2.5 to get into your major. Now that you're in your major, you just need that 2.0. But you guys are all stellar students, so I know you're going to get straight A's your last semester, right?
Of course.
Yeah. So the best way to confirm that you are indeed enrolled in all the classes you need for graduation is to come in for a graduation check with your academic advisor. How many of you guys have already done that? Awesome. That's amazing. I love that. Good. So if you haven't done that yet, there is still time to do that. Now, unfortunately, it's not time you don't have time to change your classes at this point, but your advisor can at least give you that reassurance that you are enrolled in all the right classes. So if you haven't done that, you can still do that. Then, additionally, you won't find out if there is an issue probably until pretty late in the semester, because if you don't come in for a graduation check. Because typically your advisor isn't going to do an initial review of your graduation until after the graduation deadlines have passed. So if you want to be assured that you are in everything, the best thing to do is to come in for that graduation check. So what happens, guys, is let's say you're in some classes right now and all of a sudden we're not at the W drop deadline yet. You're like, oh boy, this class is not going well. I think I'm going to W drop it. What do you think then happens with your graduation? Okay, yeah, it means that your advisor is going to need to disapprove your graduation, okay? Because you need that class to graduate, if you're W dropping it, that means you cannot graduate that semester. So what you would want to do is contact your advisor immediately, because there's some steps on your advisor done that they need to take. They're going to have to notify the registrar's office that your graduation's been disapproved. The reason that's super important is because you guys won't get an enrollment appointment for the future semester if you have a graduation application pending. Okay, so if you drop a class, you also contact your advisor right away. They will disapprove your graduation so that you get a new enrollment appointment and can register for whatever that class is, hopefully in the summer. And if you're doing summer graduation, you can still walk, so it's okay, all good, right? Right. The important thing will be you do definitely need to reapply for summer graduation, or fall if that's the case. Okay, there is a graduation fee every time you apply, so it does behoove you, of course, to try to get everything done this semester and do it. So just keep that in mind. If your graduation is disapproved, you will need to reapply for the future semester. Same exact process if you were to go all the way through the end of the semester and end up failing a class. The only difference there is you may not know that until you've already walked, everything's looking good. Then we see that grades have posted and you have not completed one of those courses. your advisor will likely contact you, let you know what's going on, so you guys can make arrangements to figure things out. Okay? And again, same process, you would need to reapply for graduation for the enroll. First off, enroll in the class you need, then reapply for graduation for the next semester. Okay, any questions about any of that so far? Okay. Also, something important to note, the official record of your grades is not on Blackboard, okay? It's on your MyUH account. So make sure that when you check your grades at the end of the semester, you are checking on MyUH, okay, not on Blackboard. If you do see that there is a failed grade, an incomplete, anything like that, please contact your advisor right away. A few other things your advisor is going to be checking on. We talked about the GPA that is required. We also will look at your total number of hours. Minimum of 120 is what's needed. Your last 30 hours generally need to be taken here at U of H unless it's a state of Texas core class. The university does allow you to take 6 hours of core coursework in the last 30. Also, do you guys remember way back when you took the Gen B 3302 class?
Yep.
And you took that business writing evaluation?
Yeah.
Y'all remember that? Well, hopefully you did awesome on it, and hopefully you took it. Because if you didn't take it, or you didn't get the passing score and needed to do the tutorials, that is something we check on when we certify you for graduation. So if that's something you still haven't done, please make sure to take care of that right away and let your advisor know where you are in that process. Okay, so we're going to hope you get through all your classes, you get awesome grades, that 4.0 that had so much of you all in a ruckus. And then your advisor is going to certify your graduation, say, yes, you've graduated. So then what happens? If you are needing employment verification, that's actually done through a third-party vendor, okay? So you have that awesome job offer. Now they just need to verify that you have indeed received that diploma. They're going to go to studentclearinghouse.org in order to verify that for you. You will be able to verify it yourself by pulling up an unofficial transcript on your MyUH account. That unofficial transcript, once your degree is certified, it will show on your transcript that you have a BBA degree. Then your actual diploma also gets mailed out by a third-party vendor, and that's usually 2 to 3 months after graduation. So it does take a while. You'll be able to pull that transcript showing that you have a degree probably within about a month. Okay. Questions on any of this stuff? Okay, just a couple more things for you to talk about. We already talked about disapproval, reapplying for graduation, checking your grades, did all that. Okay, graduating with honors. This is where I hope you all are, right? When I say honors, I mean Latin honors, so that's the cum laude, magna cum laude, summa cum laude. You can see those designations behind me, what GPA you need. What a lot of students don't realize, though, is that's not the GPA for your cumulative GPA. It's not your overall GPA. Latin honors only uses the last 54 hours of coursework. So that means, guys, that at the time, that means that the classes you're in right now are going to have an impact on that. That means that right now, nobody knows what of these classifications you're going to graduate with. For the ceremony, they are going to base it based on the GPA up until this semester, on the last 54 hours, okay? On your walk card, if you have qualified for Latin honors, based on the grades prior to this semester, it will list the Latin honors on there. Now, the easiest way for you to know what you're going to graduate with, you're going to know your grades before we do, okay? So what you can do is if you estimate what you're going to get this semester, count backwards from there, semester by semester, until you hit 54 hours. If the 54th hour falls in the middle of a semester, you're going to include all the grades from that semester. And that's how you can estimate what your Latin honors is going to be. Does that make sense to everyone? Now I will tell you, because I do check in at the ceremony, if the Latin honors that you have listed on your card is lower than you think you're going to get based on your calculation, we are all business majors, we are all very ethical. We will allow you to write that in so that they will read it when you walk across the stage. And then your true calculated by the university honor standing, the one that will go on your diploma and on your transcript, that official calculation will be done after your grades for this semester have posted. Any questions on any of that? Okay, I already talked about the Bauer Writing Evaluation, Bauer Writing Tutorial. Last thing I'm going to tell you guys about is the tuition rebate. This is something really cool from the state of Texas that would allow you to get $1,000 back. The only thing is there's very few students that actually qualify for this. In order to qualify, you have to have no more than 123 total hours. That includes W drops, repeated courses, transfer credit. What it doesn't include is dual credit. So if you came in with a lot of dual credit from high school, they would subtract that out. And it doesn't include your first 9 hours of test credit. So other than that, though, all other courses would be included in that calculation. You also have to have graduated within 4 years. So if you meet that criteria, there is this cool website you can go to fill out a request, and you would get $1,000 back from the state. Pretty cool. Okay. Any questions on any of this, guys? Yes?
Does it count classes you've taken before coming to U of H?
Yes, it counts transfer work. Yeah. Any other questions? No? All right, that's the end of my time with y'all. Again, congratulations.
Thank you, Sarah, for all that wonderful information. I think it's time to do a quick raffle prize. Yes, fun stuff again. Who do we have as the winner, Miss Amanda?
6987.
6987.
Oh, up there? Oh, man.
Throw it. Throw it. Throw something harder.
Shit.
My arm is not that good.
I talk pretty loud, yeah?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Pretty awesome.
Gotta learn how to project. Will it work?
It should.
Will it have sound?
It should.
Oh, it's this. Yes, Jamie.
What is this?
Jamie Boleen.
Oh yeah? Is that her in the
Job
dress?
Fairy.
Will it have sound?
Yes.
Hey, Dad.
Hey, how's it going?
You're graduating next year, right?
I am.
Have you thought about how you'll find a job?
I'm not that worried about it. I'm gonna let the job fairy take care of that for me.
The job fairy?
You didn't know we had a job fairy?
Stop messing around. I'm serious.
Seriously. Look, here she comes now. Jack, we're very impressed with you. We'd like to make you an offer. Thanks, I appreciate it. I've got a lot of offers to stop and think about it.
Woo! Oh, God.
I really wanted to see Associate Dean Roger Berescott's reaction to that. I don't think he's seen that video.
One more.
Yeah, technology. Okay, so the reason I'm here presenting to you guys is to ask you to please, or I will bug you forever, fill out a survey. I will ask that if you already know what's happening to you after graduation, this is the post-graduation outcome survey. It's incredibly important for the college in terms of our rankings with a bunch of different agencies. And if you guys have ever seen like, oh, this program is ranked #1 for this, and this program is ranked, in the top 10 for this, this is a big part of it. If you've ever done research on what's the average salary that a supply chain major makes coming out of undergrad, this is where we get this data, okay? And so past and previous classes that have graduated before you have done a really good job of giving this data to us at graduation, at 3 months, and at 6 months when we follow up with them if they're still looking or haven't decided what they want to do with their life, and that's okay. But we normally get over 90% of the students, so please don't be that 10% that scrolls out on me. I will chase you down. I will email you and text you and call you and look you up on LinkedIn and just show up at your house and be like, what's going on? Don't make me do that. That scares my wife when I get like that. So if you already know what's going on with you after graduation. Like, how many of you guys know that you're going to graduate school? You can fill out the survey right now. If you're in a situation where, you know what, I'm going to travel for the next 6 months, or I'm going to volunteer for the next 6 months, or, you know, I'm not going to look for a job for whatever reason. Hey, it's your life, you do you. You can fill it out now. If you are still seeking, I would ask that you wait, because we know you're all going to land. But if you haven't filled it out by the time we get to like a week before graduation, go ahead and fill it out then, and we will do everything we can to help you along the way. This is the URL for it. If you forget it, or you haven't taken a picture of it, or whatever, although it is fairly easy to remember, it's number 6. If you go to the Bauer website and type in graduation, the first link that comes up, and has the list of all the things that you need to do for graduation, the link is on number 6. Once you've completed that survey, you can stop by the Rockwell Career Center office. Hopefully you know where that is. If not, it's in Seymour Hall, and I can get you. After April 13th, 2020, to pick up a free Red Honor Cord. So, yes, that's free. So everybody should graduate with a little bit of swag to go with their drab regalia, a little bit of Papa Red, and so that, you know, because really that's the goal, is to have as much swag as possible. So, if you're still seeking employment, that's okay. It's a lot of our students are. It's not a big deal. In fact, the vast majority of our students, I would say over 50%, right now haven't landed a full-time job yet. That's not a big deal. Again, that's the norm. So if you feel like I'm behind, you're not. It's okay. Everything's going to be fine. It's not your fault. No crying yet. Make sure you go to Bauer anyway and get your profile up to date, because a lot of people are like, oh, I did it in Gen B, and then 2 years later it's still the same. You know, stuff has changed. Update your graduation date, update your geographic preferences, update your resume. So hopefully you've done new stuff. All these different things, like your objectives, say you're seeking a full-time position in whatever you're looking for, if you're still looking, your updated graduation date, all the relevant coursework, fun stuff like that. Make sure that you're shining your best on your resume. Update your LinkedIn so that employers know what's going on with you, because we know, you guys have seen me present before, 95% of recruiters use LinkedIn because it's free for them to find the best candidates. I know what I'm hiring, I do. So update your LinkedIn and actually start using it. It's a good tool to use. And if you need the help, come see us. Career Fair is when? Yeah, Valentine's Day. So go to Career Fair and find a company you'll love. Probably more successful than Tinder. Anyway, I have no idea. So make sure you come see us if you need to. Again, go to Career Fair. If you haven't, we're going to be outside talking about the different technology you guys can use to help you at Career Fair, like Career Fair Plus, and this new service we're using called Yellow. So we can talk about that. So stop by our table if you have questions. We're doing walk-ins for Career Fair all next week from 1 to 4 p.m. Monday through Thursday, and then you will see our bright shining faces over at the Hilton from noon to 4, trying to help you guys land jobs. So definitely take advantage of that. Come see us if you need to. And then tell us what happened. If you get a job, hit us up on social media. Tell your academic advisor we all share this information, not how much you make, but what happened to you. It's your private business. Tell the dean. Hit the dean up on Twitter and go, yo, look what I did. And we'll all be super happy for you, so make sure you share that news. We're ecstatic for you guys and super proud of you. By the way, does anybody know how many people have a bachelor's degree in the United States, age 25 and over? It's the highest it's ever been in history, and it's 34.9%. So if you're feeling like, no, everybody went to college, everybody has a degree. Nope. Sorry. How about a master's degree for those of you who are going on to graduate school? Master's degree or higher, U.S. population 25 and older. 13%. It's highest it's ever been. So, guess who you guys are now? The educated elite.
Ooh, yeah.
We're counting on you. Please fix the country. Okay, so again, grab a picture of that if you need to. Remember it's step 6 if you need to go through that. That's it, Doreen. Go back. Nobody stopped me.
I ain't gonna stop.
Oh, okay. I'll get it later.
So speaking of surveys, guys, back to some more information. There are 2 other competency assessment through your Blackboard. That'll be available March 13th. The EBI survey, which will be through your email, will be available April 13th. So please make sure to do that. And make sure that your email is updated so that it will go to the correct email. Because we want you to get that done. I'm going to skip over the MS programs because we have some guests, special guests for you. I'll go back to the MS programs and graduate stuff because that is important. But if everyone can give a round of applause to Ms. Pilar and Mr. Patrick.
Yeah, so I'm Pilar Patrick. We are part of the Bauer Alumni Association. Who knows when you become an alumni officially? Or when do you become an actual BCAA alum? Who said that? I heard one.
Yeah.
When do you graduate? When do you become a member?
The moment you graduate.
Literally. So the minute you walk down that stage, you are officially you're a member of the Alumni Association. For those of you who do not know, you do not have to pay for this. So this is something that comes as a benefit from being that 32% of all of our graduates. More fun facts. So I'm assuming most of y'all know the first two, Eighth Wonder Brewery and Easy Boys, right?
Yeah.
Those are two of our major sponsors for all of our tailgating, some of our happy hour events. So those are also part of Bauer Alum. From there, you also know, or if once you start paying your own bills, and I'm assuming most of y'all already do, Frontier Utilities, also part of our family. From there, 50% of all UH alum are from Bauer. So we have approximately 50,000 Bauer alum in Houston. So when we were having Rockwell say hire Bauer, you do realize that that is 1 in 4. Someone that you literally could be talking to at any of the events is a Bauer alum. So it is super important for you to reach out to your networks in order to start looking for a job. If you don't have a job right now, that's why networking is your number one. So I just want to super quick give you a little summary of who we are. So we have a board, all of us are volunteers. I graduated in 07, 08, graduated in 01, our president graduated in 68? Do not quote me. So don't ever say that either. So, you know, we go from being here, one of the things that truly brings me back to the campus is y'all. Every time I come in and see new faces, when I graduated, I came out, I was fortunate enough to come out with several offers. That was done with the simple fact of two things. All of the help I had from Bauer and all of the student organizations. So if you're involved, you're still looking for a job, best way to do it, reach out to all of your staff members. Secondly, reach out to your peers, because they are the first ones that will help you out, and they've seen how hard you've worked these past couple of years, that they're the ones that are going to push you to do better. So, basic summary, you have UH, then you have all of your colleges, then you have all of your alumni associations. So although you are part of BCAA, you are also part of what we call our University Alumni Association. So if you need any information, you can go to UHAA or you can go to BCAA. We just had our first official watch party for basketball. We also have watch parties for football. Oh, there's an enemy. He's like, so it's when we have these watch parties, it's not just to come and show your spirit for UH. It is also to come and network throughout all of them. How do you get involved? Volunteer. So we will be outside. We have little cards of how you can reach out in social media, how you can come up. For those that, I don't know if any of y'all have ever volunteered with us, we normally have our 9/11 day of service, which started a little bit over 6 years ago. that is one of our top events. A couple of years ago, we had over 1,000 volunteers, and out of those 1,000 volunteers, it was approximately 600 were students. So what that does is it combines our community. It doesn't just combine all of our alum, it also combines our students. So it's also a great time for you to come out and start volunteering with us and giving back. Some of our next events, when they were mentioning career fair, one of the things that I do want to bring up for career fair, if you do not have a professional picture set yet for your LinkedIn or for whatever social media you need, that is one thing that we're going to start doing there. So make sure that you go to career fair since you've already dressed up. Come back, come by our table, and try to get your headshot. So we'll have it there, and then more likely all you're going to have to do is give us your email, and we'll send you those pictures out. And then our next one is the watch party, which thank you, it's going to be on the 22nd. So given that most of you are already graduating within the next month or two, please join us. Start coming out and networking through all of these opportunities. This is our social media. So you can get us either Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or simply if you walk outside and there's this big wall. No, it's right there. You'll see our information on how to get involved. Go in, press it, and you will get that email. Let us know that you're graduating and what you're interested in volunteering. Once again, that's all for social media. Come out, we have little flyers in case you are interested. And congrats, guys. Go kids.
Go Cougs. Latin time. What do we got, Jenna? Yeah, two.
Yeah, we have a lot. 7012. 7012. I could see like a few people.
Oh, there, yay.
So I'm not throwing this, but this is yours, okay? Yeah,
Throw it.
This is yours. You're good.
Do it.
No more.
Do it for real.
Okay. 6843.
Oh,
Yours.
682.
Alrighty, everyone. How many of you already have your class ring? Nice. Good. Yeah, good. Awesome. So the ceremony for the rings, when you get to turn it around to show that you are now graduated, will be Saturday, May 2nd, 3 p.m. at the Fertitta Center. So that is going to be a fun time. Your dress code will be business cash. You guys know what that is for sure. But you will be walking across the stage, all right? And if you again need assistance, please let UHAA know, okay? Please go. It's great. Shasta guards the rings the night before. It's pretty awesome, and you can actually go visit Shasta over at the zoo. I think even for free. The night of the blessing, dear blessing. Okay, any questions about the spring 2020 ring ceremony? Nope. We are going to cover the master's programs real quick, the MS and MBA, just a snippet of it. We have a question though, yes? When does Balfour come to school? They will be here at the graduation fair, February 17th through 19th. You can also try on a ring over at the the Alumni Athletic Center. If you wanted to go see it in person, you could certainly do that. So here, for those of you, I know there were a few of you that raised your hands to go to grad school. Bauer offers MS programs and the MBA, of course. There's B-Days and evening programs. There's the average GMAT score. If you're interested in taking that, you can have that GMAT or GRE waived, okay, if you are interested in an MS program that is not in supply chain, okay, and if you have a 3.6 overall GPA and attended 3 years, within the 3 years of graduation, all right? And then the MBA program, if you're interested in an MBA program, then it will require that GMAT or GRE score 2, we will let you know after February 21st which one you'll be assigned to. So I know we have some still a lot of raffle gifts to give away. So I think we'll do a raffle, and then I'll need everyone to stand up before we all. Did everyone get a survey by any chance? Yes. Not everyone. Hopefully everyone got a survey. That helps us kind of understand what we need to change in the future. I know a lot of times it's more raffle prizes, but we have blood. So Amanda, let's do some. Yeah, I think we should do. Let's give away this awesome tumbler. Yes.
6925.
6925.
6925.
And after this presentation, guys, we'll do a special toast and everything. You guys can gather around the staircase after. Not yet, but after. We'd really appreciate that.
Is that you? 6925?
Oh, no, I got
Oh,
a
question. Yeah.
Oh, yes.
I went to like sign up for an advisory and I didn't see any time, so I'm asking when
Every day at 12:01 a.m.
PM or AM?
a.m. So bright and early. Every day. Yes. Yes. So that number again was 6925.
It'll be for 30 days after.
Were you 6925?
Oh, yeah. Oh, question.
No, I understand what it means, but do you have walk-ins? Because sometimes.
We never do walk-ins. You have to make an appointment with us via Navigate.
Most of the time, there is kind of a time there.
Now is the best time actually to make appointments with us because come March, it's really difficult because everyone's trying to worry about their schedule. None of you guys have to do that. So now would be the best time. You just keep trying every day because it's 30 days out for appointments, so you can schedule for the whole month of February into the first week of March.
Yes. I'm sorry?
Oh, parking. It's free.
Parking is free. Parking will be in any part of campus that isn't gated, and so it will be free for those ceremonies. Yes. Question? Forever. I still request them, and I've graduated a long, long, long time ago. Yes.
25. Business students. I love
I
it.
guess
Okay,
we don't
so,
have a winner.
6943. 43? Oh, Brianna.
All right. Okay, I want to give this away.
Yes.